makeup reviews these days? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, so we are here for another Get Ready With Me. I needed a chill down, sit down video. It's been about a week since I filmed for you guys because I actually got sick. You most likely didn't know because last week I had pre-filmed a few videos, but I was sick last week. I ended up with some sort of sinus situation where my sinuses drained in the back of my throat. I was losing my voice. I had one nostril that was just stuffy. It was like a whole week of confusion. I didn't catch any cold or any type of like virus, I don't think. It was more of like sinuses. So I just had to calm, relax, get a massage on my head because I ended up with a lot of head pain. But now I feel a lot better. I have my water here because I know that I'm going to choke because my throat is now dry from all of the stuff that I had to get out. It was pretty nasty. So anyway, so I'm going to do Get Ready With Me. As you guys know, whenever I do these videos, I will put down exactly what I am wearing if you're interested in the actual look. Specifically today, we are talking about a topic that I have thought about since the end of last year that I've been wanting to speak to you guys about. So we're going to talk about that as I do my makeup. So as you guys can see from the title today, we are talking about makeup reviews. So I have been thinking about this more and more as I have been kind of finding my way again in this beauty space. What exactly do I fall in? What kind of niche? I obviously was a makeup reviewer, makeup reviewer when I first started out my channel. And I think that at that time, it was kind of necessary. This was like a new platform with new ideas. Not many people were shopping for makeup or did not know about the things that were out there, whether it was drugstore, high-end luxury makeup. And most of us were opening up our eyes to it because all we had was either beauty counters or we had family that would help us out with it or friends or even magazines. At least my generation, that's how we did it. So we didn't have a lot of tutorials, how-tos, unless you paid for it at either at a counter or someone that you knew that was pretty good at either doing hair or makeup. So I have been thinking about this for a while. This space has been here at least a good 15 years. And as we have been here in this space, I've noticed that as the years recently have been happening, I've been noticing that makeup reviews are not the same, and I'm wondering if we even need them these days. Is it really something necessary? Do you guys watch makeup reviews for the genuine process of gaining any type of insight on the product, or are you just wondering what it looks like and whether you're interested in it or not? Not necessarily seeing how it goes, seeing how it wears technically. So what I mean by this is makeup has come a long way. We all know that. Nowadays, if you ever watch a review from someone, it typically isn't your type of review that it was 10 years ago when we used to compare it to other products, higher end makeup, and the longevity, the quality, pigmentation of it, and the way that it looked on the skin. Nowadays, 99% of the makeup you're gonna purchase is good, whether it's high-end, drugstore, or luxury. It's very, very few and far between when you notice that a product is really bad and no one should buy it. If you ever watch any reviews, you rarely hear anybody saying that a product isn't worth it, with the exception of one kind of suggestion that I always hear or comment that I always hear the reviewer say. Now, typically, whenever you hear a review, at least this is my opinion of what I hear and what I've noticed is every time I hear a review these days, I don't ever hear that a product is terrible, that this is one of the worst products that I have seen in a while. I either hear that either it doesn't fit the reviewer's tastes, it doesn't fit the reviewer's skin type, it doesn't fit the reviewer's personal likes of the product. So every time now that I hear a review, I rarely get any information that I already can't get from the product's either website, the actual company's either Instagram or their posts or their advertising campaigns that I can't already get that a makeup reviewer is going to give me these days. Because like I said, 99% of the time that you're watching a review, you know that the product's going to be good for someone. Now, I always tend to hear, not from everyone, obviously, because I try not to do this, and I always say this, I try not to bash a product unless it is absolutely terrible. And if it doesn't fit my aesthetics, I will tell you who it would fit for and who it would fit best. I am somebody who does not like someone who reviews products and completely bashes a product and says, I don't recommend this, it didn't hold up on my oily skin. Like they come out with these kind of thought processes on this product that were more personal than the actual product itself. And I've seen, and I've even realized that quite a few products get a bad rep because the person that is reviewing them is taking it too personal. And I've always tried to separate my own personal taste with the product. One, I try not to buy a product that's not going to work for me personally, because I don't want a product that is not going to work for me just for a review purpose, because it's a waste of money and a waste of space in my collection. I feel like my inventory space is very precious, and I don't want to spend my hard-earned money on a product that I'm not going to like just for the views. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I already know what my skin is like. I already know how I wear my makeup, and I already know what other products are my benchmark products in order to review that product well. And I always try to state what my skin is like and whatever the case may be, my oily lids, my skin, my lips, whatever the case may be. I always try to be upfront with it, because I don't want to ever deter somebody from not wanting a product that I am explaining, all because I personally don't like it. And I kind of feel like it's, I don't know, I'm trying not to be mean, but I feel like it's kind of like a waste nowadays to see reviews or do reviews on products, just because everything's going to be pretty good. You just got to understand your own personal skin, eyes, whatever the product is, and understand what it is that you like, and then try out a product from there, because most of the times it's going to be a good product. It's a personal thing nowadays. And the makeup reviews that I've seen, it's not so much giving you more information that you already can't get, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I just am over that. I'm over the makeup reviews for this reason. I'm just like, okay, yeah, whatever. It's more of like, I like to see it how it looks on the person, or how that person likes that product, versus me actually getting information from that product when I watch a makeup review. There are so many products out there as well that can be duped, can have an alternative, whether it's higher end or drugstore, that there is nothing really that unique that comes out on the market anymore. That's the other thing. Like, we've seen it, we've heard about it, we've already experienced it. Take, for example, this. We have seen cream contours, cream bronzers, liquid bronzers in so many different ways that the only thing that I can give you here is whether you like the component of how it's being done, whether you like a pop form or a stick form, and how it suits me in my oily skin. That's basically how it turns out to, because it's a good quality one. It's up to you whether you like it in a stick form or you don't, whether you like this color or you don't. It's not any, it's like, I feel, I don't know, like I'm over the whole makeup review situation, just because it's like, why are we even bothering? And some of you may have your reasons why, and I would love to hear that, because that's the whole point of this, is just to start up a conversation, because I don't find makeup reviews to be held at a higher regard as what they were once, because everything is just a good thing. I mainly like to watch somebody who tries new makeup just to see how they apply it, just to see how it looks on them, not necessarily for the information of it. Speaking of the dupe situation as well, most of us already own half the stuff that's already being taken out. I guarantee you guys have something like this. And I always make it a point to say that if you don't own something like that, it is a reason why. There is a reason why. I always use the example of, for me, I do not have any contour powders, contour anything that has to do with chiseling out your face, because I've never been into that. I've never had it, nor will I ever spend my money on something that it has to do with contouring for that reason. I just never been interested in it. It was all the hype when the Anastasia palette came out, the contour palette. I was not one of those people that ran out to Sephora to get it. Till this day, I still don't have it. Same thing with the Kat Von D one that she had come out with, the Shade and Light one. Never purchased it. I never really cared for any of that stuff because I was not interested. That wasn't my thing. That wasn't something that I needed to fill, nor did I care to review it, because if I'm not into a product, that's the other thing. If I'm not into a product, you're going to tell that I don't care for it. So why am I going to spend the money on something that I don't care to review just for the views? And that may be the reason why I feel like from some people that it's just not genuine, or they don't really give their 100% and they're like, this product is Reviews are done not because they genuinely want it. Either they may be forced, they may need to because they need to keep up the views, and it's not because they really want to review the product either. That's the other thing. Like, you have to really like the product in order to review it, because then I know that I'm not going to give my 100% for a product that I don't care to keep in my collection or care to even bother using on camera. If I'm not somebody who reviews shampoos or body cream stuff or perfumes, then why would I go out and buy it to review it? Like, where would I even begin with that? I don't even know. I wouldn't even know. These days, the difference between a good quality product and a bad quality product are very, like, the makeup brands have done such a good job with that, closing that gap, that I don't see it being so bad quality. Not even products from where I hear, like, inexpensive products like Profusion or LA Colors, they've even bumped up their quality, Wet n Wild, that I don't feel like there is such a bad quality. AOA Studio makeup, the dollar makeup, it's still good. Like, I think for me, it's been a very, very long time since I have found a product that I'm just like, this is absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Nothing like that has come out in such a long time that this is why I feel like, is makeup review still worth it? Is it worth to have still that? I noticed that not many people are reviewing just one individual product that comes out. It's more of like a bunch of them all at one time. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know, but I see that shift in how we review makeup as well over the past few years, because I feel like we've all sounded the same when it comes to reviewing products. This is a great quality product and this is for X, Y, and Z, or it's not my preference, I don't like it, I wouldn't recommend it for X, Y, and Z. It's never like, this is trash, don't spend your money on it. It's very few and far between when you see those. Indie brands have also blown up in the last few years, that they've also stepped up the game when it comes to certain categories, and they have kind of filled in that gap of those that really wanted unique makeup. I wouldn't say at a reasonable price, because there are some indie brands that supersede the cost of luxury brands in the mainstream, but I will say that they have really filled in the gap for those that were looking for makeup that the mainstream community did not offer. For instance, like the trichromes, multi-chromes, sparkly, shifty shades, very pigmented eyeshadows, colorful makeup, sheer makeup. So they filled in the gap in that sense, which is great. I hear the same thing when it comes to indie brands. As far as reviews go, I hear the same repetitive words being used. So again, do we need to have makeup reviews? I don't know. I want you guys to let me know what you guys think. I know things are dupable nowadays. Things are not that unique anymore. Quality of makeup has come a long way that we don't really have something that is terrible. We can always make something work. You always hear somebody saying, oh, I can make this work by X, Y, and Z. I feel like 6, 7 years ago, I couldn't make stuff work. I just get rid of it because the quality was that bad. But these days, I can make things work. The formula has been great. The ingredients have gotten better in products. Even drugstore makeup has gotten a lot better. With all of that said, though, prices have gone up and you are paying for it because I don't feel like the makeup at the drugstore is any cheaper nowadays than like a Sephora brand something. It's gotten a lot more expensive. Ingredients have gotten a lot more expensive, but you're getting a payoff with it by getting good quality products that last on the skin, that look nice. Formulas have gotten better. Even skincare, drugstore skincare has gotten really good. You can get devices nowadays with things. So for me personally, when I look at reviews, I'm looking more for reviews when it comes to hair care or skincare, things that I don't buy often. I only buy one of to use it in its complete, like in its entirety, and then I need to find a new product or I don't like the one that I used. Then I'll look at a review to kind of see what it is that I'm looking for, or a guide to guide me into certain products. Not necessarily for the what's good and what's bad. It's more of like what fits what I'm looking for and what I'm needing. Those are the reviews that I watch, because I don't necessarily watch makeup reviews for buying the next thing, because one, I have enough. Two, everything is pretty good, and even the old school stuff still holds true to what the quality of it. So I'm just like curious, do you guys watch makeup reviews? Do you guys enjoy makeup reviews? Is it something that you've like steered away from recently and just watching as much? I'd love to know your thoughts, because I've been thinking about this for a while and I've been trying to kind of diversify what I watch just so I can stay relevant, not necessarily to buy the latest things, but I'm kind of getting bored watching reviews because it's like the same thing. There are people that review and the reviews are like first impressions, and then you never hear about the product again. So then I'm like, okay, did it work? Did it not work? And then here comes a massive declutter, and there's that product that you had not seen in a hot minute. Just getting decluttered. So then you're like, okay, well, I guess that didn't work. That's the other thing, like the amount of makeup that you accumulate by reviewing. And I'm only speaking from experience, and this is why I completely backed off the makeup review era. I just I couldn't keep up with all. It wasn't even necessarily the cost of it. It was more of like the anxiety I was getting from too much stuff, from feeling guilty of things that were going to go bad. And yes, I do have makeup now that you're probably like, Alex, well, your stuff is going to go bad now because you have a lot still, but it's nowhere near what it used to be. And I have found really good homes for a lot of my things that I have. And it's not necessarily because I am doing it on purpose. It's more of I have halted what I buy, but the things that I do buy, I'm really thinking carefully about whether I want them in my life or I don't want them in my life. I just don't care. Just because this creator has 50 brow products doesn't necessarily mean I need those. And that's a hard lesson I learned very early on, because I had over 700 lip products. Who in their right mind goes through that? Especially me, who doesn't care to have the latest and greatest lip product. So I learned that real quick and very in a very expensive way, let's say. So what are your thoughts, you guys? Of course, I gotta talk when I'm doing my lip liner. I'd like to know, are you bored with makeup reviews? I know most of us, at least that watch my channel, aren't here for the latest and the most recent news as far as makeup goes. But I'd like to know, do you still watch makeup reviews? What is it that you like about makeup reviews? Are you bored with them? I feel like I'm bored. I don't care to hear really a lot about the reviews of it. You can already tell by looking at a new makeup release what it's entail, what it's about, because it's already been done. It's like, oh, I already know what that is about. Oh, it's been very few times that I've been stopped in my tracks and I'm like, oh, okay, what is that? I'm interested. Unless it's a color or some sort of formula I'm looking for, I'm just not into the latest things anymore. All right, you guys, so what do you think? I'd love to know your thoughts. It may just be me. It may just very well be me. I'm just like done with all of this stuff. Like I just want to enjoy what I have. I hope that with the videos that I've been noticing and seeing of underconsumption, that people are starting to wake up and kind of enjoy what they have versus wanting the most recent things. I'm somebody who it's very few and far between the releases that catch my attention, and I'm just like, ooh, I could really use something like that, or oh, what is that really about? Most of the stuff that comes out nowadays, I can already tell exactly what it's going to do, how it's going to wear, if I'm going to like it, and guarantee you already have something similar in my collection, so there's no need to purchase it. I don't really need that much. So I'm always wondering, like, is the makeup reviewer niche dying? Is that something that's dying out? Is that something that we're seeing getting taken out and it's just being reinvented in a different way? Have you guys noticed that, or is it just me? Or am I wanting that? I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I love to see what you have to say because I love your perspective. And maybe I'm looking at it from one angle and you guys can share a different angle with me and let me know maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just old and out of touch with what's going on and I just am not watching what everyone else is watching. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, you guys. Everything that I wore on my face today will be linked down in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for watching this video. You guys just engaging and clicking on this video. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos, to comment and start a conversation with me. I love doing that with you guys. So thank you guys again. I will catch you guys on the video on the screen. Until then,